Again, I have fallen a little bit in love with playing Dragon Dance over Phantom Force. I don't know. It's just so much more fun to play, and I haven't found my win rate dropping since switching over the set. So, thinking we're gonna stick with Dragon Dance and for the foreseeable future. Almost feels like I was just cheating on Phantom Force, but at this point, I just completely dropped it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Brik House. Earth, Brick, and Fire here with another Pokemon Unite video. So I've gotten a couple requests in the past to do a sort of gameplay breakdown of a couple of my games. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of look at a Dragon Dance Dragapult game where we are in the center lane. And throughout the game, I'm going to be highlighting on the decisions I'm making as well as some tips and pointers for what to be looking out for in your game. This is also an example of a game where everything kind of seems to be going wrong at the very beginning, but sticking in the game and making sure you're on top of some of these rotations, you're able to come back from almost any bad start. But if you guys enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into it.
So much more than the Phantom Force. Not to say Phantom Force is that bad, it's just relies so much more on getting stacks as opposed to the Dragon Dance set where positioning and just getting to level 9 is all you really need to do to get online. So we're going to be going in the center lane for this game. So because of that, we start quick attack just to get over that wall a little bit quicker. A lot of Pokemon can get actually through that wall, but you have to start usually the weaker moveset or do something special to do so. You'll see that we actually don't get a critical strike on that Xatu, so we have to do an extra auto attack on it, and that is after all the Pokemon spawn in. One of the downsides of running this set is that you have a lot less early game damage, but we're able to pop that X attack during that first buff, which does make it so by the time we do our first gank, it should be up. And we are also at our level 5 spike, so we got our Dragon Dance up. I think we have an opportunistic KO here, and wouldn't you know it, there is a Zavoik just hiding in the bush. And I've looked at this a couple times, and I have no idea when the Zavoik goes in the bush. I was keeping an eye on that top lane the entire time before going in there, making sure that it was just, we had no company. And when you know it, he comes out. So definitely not a good start for our team. And they start to also trying to do a huge push on the lane. So no farm is up, and they're looking like they're overextending pretty nicely. So try and go in for a gank. Get hit by the Surf right when I Dragon Dance. Very compromised position to try and Dragon Dance in that location. And they end up just wiping us again under the turret. So, as the Beldum is suggesting, we should focus on farming up. That is a good idea, to say the least. That is one of those lanes that's kind of becoming one of like a lost cause. I always frame it as. There's not much you're gonna get out of trying to support that lane anymore. It's really just on life support, and you can get a lot more value other places on the map. So we're gonna focus on getting some farm right here, checking that Regidrago to see where the Zavoik is, and they go for another dive on our top lane. So Zavoik on the buff. I come just to see if I can stop them from capping the zone at all, and Slowbro does do a slight overcap, but as I was saying earlier, that's basically one of those lost cause zones. So now we gotta, honestly at this point, we should be doing all 5 people to the bot lane. That way we should actually be playing a very defensive positioning at this point, because we cannot afford having this lane fall. So we do get caught off a bit off guard there, also getting some bad rotations. and they end up just doing a big dive, and you'll see this is around when the team gets a bit toxic. So Armarouge, very mad about the situation, starts farming the entire jungle, sadly. Which does leave us at a bit of a disadvantage. So it barely missed out on some KOs over there because of that. But we end up picking up the Sylveon, and I get my double buffs in the end, luckily. So right now we're also just trying to hit our level 9 spike, while this guy is just kind of spamming his thanks and doing whatever he's doing. But we need to get our Dragon Darts so we can officially become at our full potential. Again, as I was saying earlier, this set really just requires that level 9. As soon as you get those Dragon Darts, you're going to have a huge amount of health increase when you're able to KO an enemy with those Dragon Darts. But it's also just going to act as one of the best secures for just getting a KO when you're in a team fight, as it always goes after that lowest health target. So backdoor some points top, as we need to get at least some pressure on the map. The team is most likely doing a rotation onto me, so we try to run away, although they catch us before we make our escape. But wouldn't you know it, we do actually pick up that Miraidon KO. So they do a full team push top, and Metang getting some points backdoored in the bottom. Honestly, a good play from Metang. Again, we just need to get pressure in all the ways we can. So team keeps on doing the rotations, and we are able to successfully defend the zone pretty nicely. They were only able to get 20 points onto us, and our Metagross was able to backdoor points on their bot lane, also get his evolution spike, and now we have all of our Pokemon fully evolved. It took us a while, over 5 minutes of the game, but this is where our true potential for our team comes in. So sadly, Metagross is not good at math, or I don't know if he wasn't paying attention too much, but you can tell by the pings though in this game, the team is extremely mad. Everyone is kind of pinging. If they didn't take out the pings onto the check it out pings specifically, this whole game would be filled with them. But instead, we just have thanks pings left, right, and center. We get a very nice series of events there, although we're just on the tip of that Espeon Unite move. Stops us from getting the pentakill. So, or I guess the quadra kill there, but we get 2 KOs there, able to again stop them from getting any more pushes off. And we're honestly doing a really good job on defense as a team. Although you see there, I was checking the scoreboard and I missed that defense, so they were able to get a couple free points on us. Miraidon does go in, and again, this is very embarrassing from, I'd say, the whole team. We had nobody on our team react to this Miraidon, and he just kind of walks out after. So again, very hard game. This is one of your classic, extremely hard games. People are very angry on the team. They're surrendering at every opportunity, and there's next to no map awareness going on. Meanwhile, we gotta go against the unit of a team. But we have a decent engagement, able to get a couple KOs. Trying to run away from that surf, not fast enough in time. Although that health back that we're getting, again, completely insane from Drain Crown. Just critical hit after critical hit, and all of that is gonna equate to just more health back for us, right? So crazy series of events there as well. And we are finally at the 2-minute mark. That means Groudon has spawned. Also, luckily enough, we got the KO after we got knocked out, so we have double buffs that we spawned in with. Very nice mechanic there. The Dragon Dart gets stopped by Espeon's Unite move, and seemingly a very bad team fight for us. 3 people are down, and this is when I truly realize these guys aren't actually playing the game to help us. Metagross is so salty and tilted that he actually decided he's just going to be playing by himself for the entire game. And it's not Christmas, but a miracle did happen, and Armarouge successfully steals the Rayquaza. The enemy team did not have their secures up, ends up getting also a quadra kill off of that interaction. And now it's a close battle for a game that looked like it was completely over in the first couple of minutes. So all we need to do is get 20 more points to get into the lead, and we get a 36 point from Metagross. We go in a little bit too deep as well, but as I said earlier, close battle, that warning just means that one team is up by 20 points. It doesn't necessarily mean which team has the lead, but we scored way more than 20 points. So at this point, we really should be just kind of focused on defending. Albeit we are a bit all over them. Kind of hovering on that top lane, like, hey, maybe we should, someone should hover around there, but no one on their team is able to get back in time. It looks like they backed instead of trying to get any last second points. And that is the game. So, had a lot of good plays that we were able to get off with the Dragon Dance despite that very terrible beginning. And even despite the fact that it turns out one of our teammates wasn't really actually in the business of playing to help the team, but more so playing for themselves and actually, I think, trying to lose the game, which is interestingly enough. But again, we had the Armarouge, who was very salty at the beginning, who we eventually had to mute. He did indeed save the day at the end, so we'll give him his kudos. So yeah, not a bad Dragapult game, and pretty clutch victory that we were able to pull out at the end.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoy this style of video, and if you are interested in seeing any more Pokemon in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and until next time, guys, stay nasty.